Just a smidgen because I got all this shit cleaned up.
You're live.
Yeehaw. Woo-hoo! Oh, there it is. It's even working on here. Let me turn that off. Get that taken care of. Good afternoon, everybody. Gary's in the house. What's happening? Finland is in the house. I don't know how to pronounce that dude's name. Naboo. Eric's in the house. Kevin Grover's in the house. Kevin, thanks for tuning in, man. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. It's been crazy. As you can see, my hair, my teeth. I mean, it's just been whew, kicking some serious butt, having some serious fun. It just couldn't be better, boys and girls. Let me tell you what. We got Skipper T in the house. Come on over here, Skipper T. At least show your little pretty, show your pretty little face. No? Oh, all right. So talk about fly by the seat of your pants. Man, oh man, oh man. It is seriously flying by the seat of your pants today. I looked at my watch and it was like, oh shit, I got 6 minutes. Let's get on with this show. I'm like, oh. So I hustled real quick. I cleaned it all up. We got this going on. Bingo, baby. We got Luke Skywalker is in the house along with his friend Augie Ben Doggy. Calvin's in the house too. You're cold. What's happening? We got 11 people in the house total. I'm loving it. You know, last week's stream was a little tough, man. I was all by my little self, and I was a little lonely.
Almost by a little lonely today.
I was almost by my little lonely today. I know Gary's in the house. I know it. Gary baby's in the house. He's not driving. Arman's in the house. He's over there in Connecticut. How much snow did you get in the last blizzard? Well, that's what we're going to talk about. Ice, ice, baby. Winter, bring it on. Today, it was beautiful out. As you can see, I was trying a little clickbait. I took my shirt off on the, did you see it? Did you see the Tony Joe?
Awesome.
Yeah, did you like it? So, 55 years old, I still got it? Not really? All right. Hey, what can I tell you, you know? Is this thing doing its thing? How come this isn't on? That's what I want to know. The sous chef didn't show up? All right, it's on now. Maybe it just blew the circuit breaker. I don't know. This is kind of like steaming away here a little bit. Just about going. Before we get going about all of the business about ice and winter and storm and all of this stuff, I got some old business we got to take care of. Tony Joe's going to be the tester for this. I'll be right back. You can't do anything, Tony Joe, because you got no microphone.
Gonna mime.
You're gonna mime? Oh, really? Do we all remember these? These were harvested on January the 5th. What's today? February the 5th? All right, here we go. Get my garbage can over here so in case I drip juices or anything. February the 5th. This is a month old, this oyster. Can you see it? Mm-hmm. Now, why is it dripping? Why is it still? Now let's just take a little sniff. Oh, smells like nothing. Smells like the sea. Does not have a fishy smell. Nothing. This oyster is a month old.
Fresh smell.
Okay. It is just as juicy. Now, again, we're kind of getting away with this at this time of the year because it's so cold out there and the water is so cold and it comes out of coldness and then it goes straight into coldness and it's cold. I personally, I think they taste better than when they're fresh when they're fresh. A seasoned oyster. What?
Jimmy Payton made it.
Jimmy Payton's in the house. Hey, Jimmy. This one kind of grew into the cage. You can see this one didn't make the cull. Didn't make it because it got a little Got a little busticated there. Because it's a little bit of damaged goods. Is it still good? Oh yeah. Oh, just perfect, man. I mean, this one was a little chippy. It was a little flat. It didn't make the grade. That's why it didn't go in the bucket. Oop, I got a little gunk in there. Get that out of there. Month old. No problem. So, anyway, this thing keeps kicking off on me. I don't know why. Randy Kelly is in the house. Trinidad and Tobago, I do believe. You know, I tested this thing earlier today, and it worked just fine. Live TV, fly by the seat of your pants. Let me just plug it in the other one. All right, now we're going again. Let me plug this on so that way if I have to plug on my... All right, so anyway, month-old oysters, there they are. Again, how did we do this when we took them? When we harvested them, they're clean as a whistle. There's no gunk, there's no grime, there's no worms, there's no mussel set, there's no algae. We scrub them down, clean them up, and then we put them in the bowl like that. When you buy your oysters from the HOT company, you are getting them already cleaned and scrubbed up, so you don't have to worry about that. Maybe a quick rinse off and then put them cup side down into a bowl. Some people put a damp cloth over them, some people don't. Dry aged, the juices are inside of there, boys and girls. So I definitely will not put any saran wrap. You've got to let them have air. Some people say that it's no big deal because they don't, whatever. Let me just go over this shuck thing one more time. I do not have a glove on. You should have some sort of a protective device on, okay? Choke up real close on the knife. I'm going to go right here along the edge. I'm going to hold this here. You with me, T? Of course you are. I'm going to kind of give that a little wiggle, jiggle, jiggle. And as I'm going in, I'm kind of giving a little pooky, pooky, pokey, pokey, right? Like that. That oyster is now all over. I'm kind of pushing down and wiggling to the side to get that muscle. That little bit of a muscle that's there. The muscle scar is right here. There's the muscle. Boom. We separate the muscle. There's a little bit of that top meat that I got there. We kind of separate it around. Again, get the meat, get that muscle from underneath. Make sure that this is moving around nice, so that way when you put it up to your lips, it just slides right into your mouth so nice and gentle. Now, I got a little shell in there on that one. When you do this, chew your oyster, taste it. Don't just swallow it. Perfect, perfect. So there's your shucking lesson for today. I'd tell you every single time. I just do, you know. I just do because some people find it challenging to open an oyster. Some people find it a lot of fun. I think it's very, very conversational. When you have people over, you can talk about it. You can try it, he can try it. It's a conversation piece. Oysters do more than just taste delicious. They do bring people together. They also are extremely good for you. Tony Joe gets into all of that. Today, a little something different. We're going to do some steaming. Steaming of oysters. Hotness of oysters. I figured fire and ice, right? We've been dealing with some ice. We dealt with some snow this past week. We had some frigid cold weather, and that put a little coat of ice over the seawater. Seawater freezes at 28 degrees. We had that frozen a little bit, and then we proceeded to get I don't know, how much snow did we get? A foot? I gotta go in this cooler for a second. Yeah. Did we get a foot? I don't know. 8 inches. And that sat on top of the ice. And what happens when that sits on top of the ice? This is all I got left from what's left outside in the cooler. This is all I got left from our 12 packs that are out in the cooler. Whatever's out in the cooler right now, that's it. All over. Till we can get the boat out of the creek. The ice sat on top. Oh, we got boiling water now, finally. I'm going to take my oysters, okay? This is boiling. I'm just going to plunk them in there. Just like that. Maybe give it a little splash of beer. And we're going to leave it alone. I might have did it with all beer in there. I don't know. You can do it with water, do it with beer. Leave it alone, set it and forget it. We'll come back to that in a minute after the stories are over. That's what I was hoping to start right off and boom. Fly by the seat of your pants. So the water got onto the ice. Now it got a little bit of rain and now it's getting more ice. And I've been down at the boat. The boat is fine. The boat is floating. We keep the boat around it all nice and clear, but you can't get out of the creek right now. So I tried, it's just been a kind of a bit of a...
Mother Nature, it's this time of year.
So what are we going to do? Mother Nature, Tony Joe says. What am I going to do? Not much. So we're hoping and praying we're going to get a good wind. It's been 40 degrees out. Maybe the thing is going to spray out. Then we can get the boat out. Once I get the boat out, then, I don't know. I'm going to find someplace else to dock it. At least for the next week because it's supposed to get cold again. Really cold again. For about 3 days. Now that might be it. And it might be all over. And that might be the ice event of 2021. We can only hope. We were talking about ice pins. Come on over here, Tone. And how the ice pins are work and how what's going to go on. And you know, just because your site might not have ice on it, you still got to be careful of the ice flows that are going along. So that's why we made ice pins with our number and all of that business to take place of the buoy, right? Here's the buoy. Now, I've got some props here so that you guys can understand what's going on. This is the water. Okay? Nice simulation, right, Tom?
It's beautiful.
This is your ice pin. It's sitting around like this, right? Yeah. So now this is into here like this, and this is the water, and this is bobbing along like this. So now all of a sudden it freezes. Everything stops. So now this is hard, but the tide goes up and down, right? So it's going to go up all the way, and then this is going to come out, and then the tide's going to come down, and it's going to go like this. So this is under the ice. Then sooner or later, the ice is going to float away, and this is going to come back up and pop along like this. Isn't that cool? Now, when I say ice, I'm talking about the ice is going to be like the size of your house, like an acre of flow of ice, like 200 by 200. It's going to come sliding down the bay, okay? And then if this thing's going along like this, it hits it, bloop, puts it over there, and gone. Now, if I had this is why we have to change them before January the 1st. If I had this, oh, sorry. So now, here's my buoy floating along on my water. Everything's all good. Now everything's stopped. Now all of a sudden, tide goes up, tide goes down. This thing is stuck to the water. Now it starts to drag. Either something's going to break. Either the knot's going to break, the rope's going to break, the clip's going to break, the cage is going to break. But I can guarantee you one thing: it's going to get drugged before it gets broke. And what? Dragged. So buoys, no good. All of these buoys are over here to get renumbered. Our number changed from P92 to, what is it now? 210. Oh, it was boiling over? Beautiful. That's what I wanted it to do. Oh, I wanted to show you something, one real quickie. This buoy's over here getting cleaned up. And this is the schmeg that's on there. Tony, you want to take a little sniff?
No, I would know that stinks horribly, so I wouldn't have put my nose right next to it.
Whoa! This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. You can't have this shit in the cooler. Look, it's worms and barnacles and all of the above. Really smelling nasty. That's got to get cleaned off. Oh, that's been sitting out there too for a little bit. So, oh, this is just boiling along just dandy. So, ice pins, that's what it's all about. Now let's talk about ice safety, okay? Walking on ice is an absolute no-no. I don't care where you are, whether it be a lake or this or that. You've got to be damn sure yourself. I used to do a lot of ice fishing back in the day, and we would actually drive the truck on the ice. So anyway, to make a long story short, you've got to be really careful on the ice. Okay, ice rescue is a serious, serious business, and
Ice anyway, you gotta be careful.
yeah, quick scenario for you. Came across the wire. When I was in the fire department. We have a ice rescue at the duck pond. The scenario was there was an RC car, and the controller for the RC car was out on the ice, and there was a hole in the ice about where a kid had fallen in. He obviously he went to go rescue his remote control thing that he was out there, and he fell in the drink. He wasn't there. They went to, I was out there, I'm searching around, oh man, it was horrific. I'll take one of those beers in there too, one of those Long Islands. I only got 1 or 2 left. And it was really, really scary, but everything turned out all right. The kid didn't say it. He did fall in, but he came out and he walked home, and that was all it. But he left the car and the controller on the ice, and all hell broke loose. Anyway, so that was that. I'm still drinking the same beer. That's how much beer I've been drinking lately, guys. Still on the same 6-pack. I got 1 more left after this one. How long ago was that? That was a while ago. All right, these things are done. 2 minutes, steamed them up, boom, 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 fresh out of the thing. I need a mug to put this broth in for a real quick second.
Okay.
I really was flying by the seat of my pants today, big time. So you gotta forgive me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. Oh, quick story for you. I was cleaning up downstairs. Again, what else are you doing in the crappy weather? You're making gear, you're doing this, you're cleaning up, you're cleaning gear, you're cleaning up and making gear. I'm just gonna drain that broth. What's that? Doesn't sound like a private jet to you? Sounds like a big jet to me. All right, here we go. Boom, 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 boom. What do you like on your oysters? Some of these guys are talking about this frozen slush mixture, like a mignette, which is like a vinaigrette, and then they freeze the vinegar, and they shave it and put it on the oyster, on the half shell. Ooh, these are like almost perfectly done.
Gary Rosenquist likes grape jelly.
What's that?
Gary likes grape jelly.
Grape jelly on his what? On his oyster? Nice, I guess. Now I'm just gonna take. I would have drawn the butter, but I didn't draw it. Yeah, melted it. They're just so good. Tony, you want one playing? I know you don't like the butter action. So delicate. I'm sorry, it's hot. What do you think? Unbelievable. Steamed, raw, so quick, so easy. Now, some people don't like eating them raw. What a great way to introduce somebody to an oyster. Steam it up. How could you not? The flavor is so delicate. Now, we had talked the other day about a Long Island map and where they're coming from. So I found this thing in the basement. Camping. I was going to go camping today. I put some fuel in it and pumped it up, and I even took the plunger apart, and it worked for about a second, and I said, oh, I'm not going to deal with that anymore. So my Coleman 25, I haven't had this thing out for 25 years probably. The last time, maybe even more than that. Last time, I don't know. Dead. So we're going to say goodbye to that. This thing, I'm not happy with it. So far, the best has been the fire. Now there's a company out there that's got this thing that's made out of stainless that I think I'm going to try to duplicate. I'm not going to make it out of stainless because I don't have the stainless capabilities, but we can make it out of steel. And we'll see how it works. Maybe next week I'll have something going on. Quickie on the map. Just wanted to give you guys, I've been getting a lot of, where are you, New York, big place, blah, blah, blah.
Jim, Peyton will fix the Coleman for you if you want to keep it.
Why? Yeah, you're going to take it all apart and handle it? I'll send it over to you.
Yeah.
I'll send it over to you. I don't want to take the time and whatnot, but I'm with you. Thanks, man. Well, when I see, I'll throw it back in the basement. When I see you, Jimmy, don't let me forget. Here is all of Long Island. Here is Manhattan, so that you get the idea of what's going on. This is to scale, by the way. Manhattan Island is just this little spot right here. And this is all Long Island. Here's where our spot is, here. Here's where our plot is, in the Great Peconic Bay. What's that? Now, next, here's Hogneck Bay over in here. A lot of oyster farms in this area. Here's Cedar Beach. This is where I go for Cornell. Yeah. I got a little bit Shinnecock Bay, Moriches Bay, Great South Bay. Okay? Lucky 13 is out of here. Here we go with Sue Wicks is out of here. Happy Oyster is out of here. Okay? Yennecott is out of here. We can keep on, and then there's some guys out in here, right? Montauk? Montauk is out here. So this is what we're trying to do, is put Long Island, not from here to here, on the map for oysters. And this place has a different taste than that place, and this place, and that place, and all of the above. So I'm trying to get it across that Long Island is the place for oysters. Do I want a hot one or do I want a cold one? Do I want one on fire or do I want one on ice? I don't know. What else do I got to go for? How long have we been on for? 21:41. I got nothing more really to talk about. I'm digging these month-old oysters though. I better hold. Should we try it again next week to see what happens next week? To see if we can. I mean, this one was so juicy. Why can we hold them that long? They're alive. They're put into hibernation. The cold chain, we keep them at 38 degrees. That's why we can keep them that long. They never got out of 38 degrees. Once they went into it, they never came out.
Mike is asking if shipping up and running.
Come on over, T. Let me see what that looks like on the mic, so I can get the idea.
The what?
You can hold that.
See what?
Give us a story. Let me see what it looks like on the camera. Give us a story.
Fantastic. We have everything in place. We're a little hesitant about getting it started because of the weather conditions, and
we can't get the supply.
We can't get the supply, so we're only, it's.
Lydia from Flatbush Oysters on the house.
Woohoo! Hey, Lydia. So it's in place. We have not launched. We have not gone live. And if Pamela, if you're watching, I'll be talking to you.
So get them all out. What's going on with the farm stand?
The farm stand is active with what we have until we run out. Again, we haven't been out. We haven't been out because of the weather.
Get them all hot.
And we've got our Bowie One restaurant that has some that bought from us.
They gotta be out too.
They're probably out too. They're building up to the Valentine's Day, which is a week from this Sunday, a week from Super Bowl Sunday coming up here. So again, at this time of the year, it's tough for the Northeast as far as product and having it. And we want to make sure we have it fresh. So our website, we have not launched and gone live yet because of the weather. And if you might notice, I have on a Patriots hat.
No.
I'm kind of giving a subliminal message to Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Bucks and Gronk and all the rest of the gang down there.
If you need some Super Bowl oysters from the Happy Oyster farm stand,
locally,
you better get on it.
Better get on it now because the very limited supply.
What's there?
Limited supply. And keep an eye out to the show, to Instagram, to the Facebook page, because that's where we'll be posting when we go live and we're shipping across the country, the 48 contiguous United States.
Did everybody go and get a health check? I had that down on here. I hope everybody's checking out. I'm on a med change now. I'm not even going to go there.
I've been totally vaccinated. I've had both my Pfizer vaccines. I've got a little,
so you're good to go.
I'm good to go. And how did I get that? Excellent question. I have a part-time job at Northwell Health, a local hospital. So that's I was
how she got
front
it?
lines. That's how I got it. So I'm totally vaccinated.
That's all
I
for
have
you.
not had any adverse reactions to any of the shots, this, that, whatever. And
So you you support the shot.
I have to trust the science. I'm the oldest in my family. I got to do what I believe is right. I don't like living the way this is with masks, like most of the people. So you know what? I'm going to do it and pray to God that I'll be
things are going to get
fine.
back to normal.
And hopefully some sense of normalcy. We're getting ready here at the Happy Oyster Company. Once the dandelions come out, we're going to be rocking and rolling. And by then, we should have our website, our happyoystercompany.com website up and
we
rolling.
should have it before the dandelions are going.
Yeah.
We'll see. You know, as soon as I can get out there. We gotta
February's
get
a
this ice
crazy
taken care of.
month. March here on Long Island could be a crazy month. So we're going
But again,
day by
the
day.
ice is
Yeah.
the situation. That is the whole problem. It's not necessarily the coldness or the wind or the ice. Period.
Ice, baby. And
We had a challenge keeping the cooler even
Oh, yeah,
warm.
we
had
had-
to shut the farm stand down because we have a
cold.
refrigerator cooler there. It was too cold. Again, you can't get them too cold,
can't freeze them, can't kill them.
so you gotta be careful.
And let me see if there are any questions.
Okay.
Stay safe, everybody. Stay healthy. Stay happy. Check on your neighbors. Do what you got to do. You know, we're Americans.
Check your neighbor. Yeah, check your friends. Be friends.
And remember, these are health in a shell. So
And they're delicious.
eat lots of oysters and be healthy. Let me see if there are any
Want another
questions.
one? One more for the row.
Delicious.
Sorry.
Yum, yum.
They are good. They are absolutely outstanding.
Gary's going to give you a stiffy.
All right. No problems in that category. All right. I got nothing more for you. Thank you all so much for the privilege of your time. I sound like the guy on CBS News.
Oh, what's the texture like?
Of what? Of the steamed oyster? It's not a.
It's
I don't know. It's a
little
texture.
chewier.
A little chewier. Of course, it's warm now, so it's not. It's definitely a different flavor profile than when it was raw. Totally different.
It's a month old, but it's good.
No, those weren't. Those were fresh ones. Those came out of that was what was
yeah,
left
yeah.
over of what we got of what we have out of the bag that we
They're
had.
only a week old.
A week.
A week old.
Yeah, 6 days. So again, 10 days to a week, week to 10 days, no problem in your refrigerator. As soon as you get them, cup side down. Probably even last longer. Okay, but we tell you a week to 10 days. That way everybody's safe. So if I had them a week, 2 weeks, big deal. That's it. Done. It works.
Eric's asking about any sponsors today. We're not kind of.
We've been kind of tuning down the sponsors a little bit. We're kind of working towards what's that?
We're reevaluating everything.
Yeah, we're new year, new show. We're keeping the same sponsors. They're still tagged in below. Again, NETMINDER, Cornell, and OysterTracker. Thank you guys all so much for your support, and we'll be in contact. We got some new ideas and some things going on, so we'll be in touch with that. I got nothing more. I want everybody to be cool. I want everybody to be kind. I want everybody to be happy. And of course, eat me. We will see you next week. Thank you all so much. Mwah. I love you guys. See ya. Adios.